The Final Destination has Nick have a premonition and have a group of people escape a disaster, but death comes back for them. So, the positives on the film are, I love the opening song of the movie. It's Devour by Shinedown. And it just gets me super pumped up for the movie. And also about the band, Shinedown. Their other song isn't in the movie, but I also like their other song, Sound of Madness. So those two songs, Sound of Madness and Devour, I really like those two songs. But anyways, back to the positives. I also love the opening credits depicting all the deaths from the previous films in skeleton form. Like, you see a skeleton in a tanning bed, referencing Ashley or Ashlyn, whichever one it is. You see a skeleton being trifurcated by a wire fence, which is depicting Rory's death from Final Destination 2. So, that whole thing, opening credits, is just awesome. And it might be my favorite opening credits of any movie in the franchise. I also like Hunt's kill. He has his insides sucked through his butthole by a pool drain. It's decently graphic. And I also like Andy's kill, getting diced in a fence. That's pretty cool. So, on to the negatives. What's up with the opening disaster? It's a race car accident. All the other movies had a pretty common fear. The first one, I personally am somewhat afraid of flying. I'm afraid of when we first get going on a plane. Not so much as we're in the air, just more like before we get going, I guess. But it's still pretty scary. And terrible road conditions are pretty scary. And I'm also petrified of roller coasters. Like, that's scary. I haven't been on, like, any thrill roller coaster stuff. And, like, the fear of the disasters is that you have no control. Like, and there's nowhere you can go. You can't go anywhere on a plane. You can't jump out of it. On a road, when logs are on the road coming to you, you can't swerve, you can't brake, especially if the roads are wet. And roller coaster, it's going fast. Like, you're either up really high, well, you're going fast, so you're either up really high, so you're gonna fall a distance to your death, or you're coming down a hill, even when you're at the lowest point, and you jump off, you're probably gonna die from the sudden slowness, from going super fast to super slow, I guess. So the fear of all the accidents is that you have no control. Once you get to this race car one, it's like, okay, you can run around. You could potentially dodge the cars or the debris. And dodge everything. So it's not really that scary. The kills in this movie aren't really that they don't feel that graphic or bloody. The only two kills that are graphic are Hunt's kill and Nadia being hit by a tire. Even though I like Andy's kill, getting diced by a fence, I don't think that's like terribly graphic. So all the other kills don't really feel that graphic. The only two are, like I said, Hunt's kill and Nadia's kill. And when people die in this movie, they don't even get, like, a proper ceremony or something. Ashley and Ashlyn in the third one at least get a funeral scene. People seem to talk about people's deaths. This movie has a MILF being mentioned in a newspaper for 10 seconds. It's Samantha who gets hit by the eye, but she's credited as the MILF in the credits, or as MILF in the credits, so that's kind of stupid. Another negative with the movie is Hunt says he's going to get laid. He's going to get laid. Then it cuts to night, and then we see Nick and Lori at the racetrack trying to figure out the order, and then it cuts to the next day by a pool. Then we see him get laid. You think he wouldn't... You think when he said that, he would have... When he was going to get laid, you think he would have done it the day he said he was going to get laid. So, I don't know, it just feels a little weird, because he leaves the apartment. So, I would have thought, like, he's going to get laid, like, now, or, like, in 5 minutes, or something. And the last negative is this movie feels incredibly long, even though it's the shortest movie, only 80 minutes. After they save Janet, there's only 20 minutes left. But we still have somehow have a lot more to get through. The hospital scene, trying to find the cowboy, and Nick has to look for Lori in the theater. We need to find out that was actually just a premonition. And then Nick has to actually go back to go to the mall for real, stop the fire in the construction zone, then go to Death by Caffeine, find out Death is still after them, and a truck kills them. For some reason, that just feels incredibly long. And I think it feels long because we see Nick go to the mall to try and find Lori, only to find out that that's a premonition. So then they kind of do it again, but like in a different way of him actually saving the mall. So that's kind of why it just seems really long. So in the end, this movie is just really boring. I actually used to like it, but I actually really used to love this movie, but as I watched the others more, I like those more than this one. The Final Destination just doesn't add anything new to the formula. The other three sequels, 2, 3, and 5, seem to always add a new death rule. Even number 5 adds a new death rule. And we will get to that next week. So, which I think Final Destination 5 is a huge improvement from this one. So, that's my review on The Final Destination. Thanks for watching.